Alright, everyone. It is F. George again here, restreaming the nights. Slower is relieved from restreaming. Coming up, we have Super Mario Odyssey by King J. Finally, it's been a while. It's been a while since we had SMO at No Glitches Allowed here. And we'll be setting that up as soon as possible, so stick tight. We'll be having that very shortly since we are behind on schedule. We'll try to make that as quick as possible, so stick around.
Yes, I am. Alright. Hello, everybody. How's it going? This is like the third run I've been trying to do this marathon. I'm King J. Let's hope for the life of me this works. We went through a lot of technical setups last night, or sorry, 2 nights ago during Celeste. That didn't end up going through. Same with Runner 3. So hopefully this will work. I'm doing Super Mario Odyssey today. This is all story moons. If you don't know what that is, it's basically world peace where we have to get all the main story moons the game tells you to get. And without any glitches, no clipping out of bounds. And with me, I have a special guest.
Hey, what's up? I'm TBARO. I am a guy who doesn't speedrun this game.
He's gonna run Cubico, which I don't know anything about, but... So, yeah, this is going to be pretty cool. Mario Odyssey is one of the most popular speed games ever. I'm going to be very rusty because I am the most professional and didn't practice. So, if we're ready to go, I'm just looking to have a good time during this run. So, on go, we'll start the run in 3, 2, 1, go.
See, this is what happens if you don't practice your speedruns.
Yeah, to be fair, I want to thank you all, by the way. Everybody who donated, very much appreciated, because we already met the nice, sick donation incentive to do some nipple percentage later, which is going to be very good. Love that. So, Mario Odyssey. Bowser wants to marry Peach.
Well, he has done that before.
No, not at all. And this is our companion, Cappy, who will help us take control of other sentient beings.
Capturing.
So, right quick, you're already seeing that you're going to hear in my voice that where I sound kind of shaky, and that's because motion controls are the future. So, I'm shaking my controller to roll faster, and rolling is the fastest movement in this game.
You basically have to do it to go fast.
Yeah. Ooh, nice bonk. Let's go. Everybody get a bonk counter. Let's do it.
Bonk 1. Pues.
I totally forgot the movement in cap. It's fine. Don't worry. It's good. So, like I said, this is basically extended any percent. World Peace is basically getting every multi-moon. This is getting every story moon. And that means multi-moons and regular moons alike that have to do with the story. So that means fighting every boss, doing every story objective.
You'll know the story moon if it unlocks like some pathway or something like that.
Yeah, it's basically any moon that has a cutscene afterwards that says you got a moon in that big red text. You'll see what I mean when we get the first one.
Then we get to sing along to its awesome beat.
Yeah, we're not singing that. I have a special one that I sing that's not appropriate for the ears of children. So
We can make a monetization.
yeah, so nice pause buffer. So the first kingdom here is Cap Kingdom, and this basically has no moons whatsoever. All we have to do is defeat Topper, who's this green hatted rabbit at the top, and we're good to go to move on to Cascade afterwards.
There's actually a faster strat that Kingj didn't do, where you can spin throw off the caps of Topper.
Yeah, and there's a lot of strats that differentiate people who are kind of mid-tier and high-tier runners of this game. I'm in no way a high-tier runner of this game. I have like a 108 in this game for any percent, which is not considered decent, so don't worry about it. However, I'm fairly good at this category, and fun fact about this category, I'm actually the person who made this category a thing. I asked on the forums, I was like, look, I want to run World Peace, but I don't want to learn the clips, and then I did, but that's not important. I said, what about people who don't want to learn the clips? Can there be a category where we get every story moon? And they did it, so shout out to the leaderboard mods for actually listening.
Basically, for people who don't understand that, he was being lazy. He didn't want to learn.
Shut it. God dang it. So yeah, this is a category extension. This is the most popular category extension as well. Other than minimum captures is one of the most popular ones, but that one's getting scrapped pretty soon because recently there was a trick to take out another capture. So minimum captures is actually going to be taken off the leaderboards, and it's going to be 9 captures. So this is Cascade. We're going to be doing our first trick here where we use a dinosaur to jump on a trampoline, get a lot of height, and we're going to skip having to climb up the entire mountain to get to the boss fight.
Saves a little bit of time.
Yeah, it saves, like, I think this is one of the bigger tricks. It saves about, like, around a minute. And this was found as soon as the game came out.
See, for anyone who doesn't know Odyssey, there be any major skips to skip most of the game, but you have stuff like this to save little bits of time, probably, or big chunks of it.
Odyssey is built up with a lot of small time saves. You saw at the beginning of the game, I did something called spin pounding, which is like a bunch of inputs in like a fraction of time to spin pound and get a boost of speed right off the bat. That saves like half a second, but it adds up over the course of the run. So each boss fight in this game has a fast strat. You'll see that Madame Brood here, we jump on top of the Chomp to get its hat off and save having to wait a cycle. You saw that Topper, I could just jump on his hat while it was circling around. It's like each one has a way to make it faster.
Yep.
Some are easier than others, but...
Obviously.
When we get to its Spirit, it's like the easiest boss fight. And each of these Broodals, except for Madame Brood, we are going to be seeing twice because of the fact that each story moon has you fighting each one twice. Except for... No, I think all of them do. Never mind. Yeah. I was going to say except Rango, but that's in World Peace where we skip him. So, Odyssey, if you don't know what happens, is in order to continue on to another kingdom, you need to have a certain amount of moons from each kingdom to progress. This one we need 5, so I just go out of my way to get 1 more moon to leave. And yeah, that's Cascade. That's the first sort of introduction kingdom. And another thing that I should be mentioning, the game is in Japanese, and no, it's not because we're weeboos. It's because the I'm sorry. It's because the game Japanese characters say more words with less characters, so it actually has less text boxes than English, and it's currently the fastest language and saves about 12 seconds.
Another thing, the game version that Joey's playing on is 1.3. Normally, well, not really anymore, but before April 2019, everyone ran on version 1.0 because it had different strats and clips and stuff like that, but now, because 1.3 now has faster loads than 1.0, so now we just use that instead.
Yeah, and the loads save about 20 seconds overall compared to the loads in 1.0. And so now it's faster for any percent. So I want to point out something. I am not a good speedrunner. I actually wrote down the route on my phone, and that's what I'm looking at when I'm running this game. Every category that I run, except for any percent, has that effect on me.
Bro, just look at your splits, dude. I'm joking. I mean,
I don't
people for AUM or all moons now, they use a PowerPoint. So,
Yeah.
So you're not alone.
I messed up the movement here, so I hope I'm good. Okay, good. So this is the bird. This bird's on a cycle as soon as you enter Sand Kingdom, and I messed it up quite a bit because I didn't have the right movement. Again, I'm very rusty on this game currently. So I'm kind of, just along for the ride.
Yeah.
You should be able to get a good time still. Like, Odyssey's a game that's, like, once you learn it once, it's really hard to forget how to run the game.
It's like it's a speedrun or something like that. I don't know.
It's like I'm a good runner at this game. Whoa.
What?
Alright, so the main thing you'll see from Odyssey movement is we use our we use Cappy to bounce on top of him. And basically what that does is we can get a jump mid-air. And that's really good for some skips, which you saw with the ice jump there. So do you want to talk about Sand Kingdom and how this changes in World Peace compared to this?
Oh yes, sure. So in World Peace, we do a strat where we can clip into the pyramid before we should, because what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to get a story move in order for it to open. But in World Peace, we can skip that story move by just clipping the pyramid early. That saves quite a bit of time.
Yeah, and in order to clip out of bounds, it requires you do a ground pound roll and do 2 frame-perfect button presses at the right time, and the game gets confused into thinking you're jumping, rolling, and throwing Cappy all at the same time, and there's a split second where you can roll through a wall. And you can do that in multiple places, but the most of the places that happens is in Sand and Snow Kingdom.
There's a strat in 1.0 Sphinx clip that was patched in this version, so
Yeah.
you won't be seeing that here.
So these 2 story moons that you're seeing here, that we're getting, the one from the tower and the one with the shards, these would be completely skipped in World Peace.
Or any other category, but...
Whoa, how did I thought I landed on the invisible platform. That was weird. Alright, I'll take a death. That's gonna lose, like... That sucks.
You have a 135 estimate, it's fine.
Yeah, I have a very generous estimate, again, because I haven't ran this game in quite a while.
Well, at least you didn't put your PB as your estimate.
Oh, I know some people do that, yeah.
It's like, I want to beat my PB, no you're not.
Oh, so the fastest way of movement, by the way, we said this was, we mentioned this before, but rolling is generally the fastest way of movement. There is an actual way to keep that speed from rolling while just running and changing your direction, and that's called vectoring, which you're seeing me do, where I throw my hat, and that's another frame-perfect input. Basically, right after rolling, what I have to do is I have to press Y and B at the same time, and that lets me change my momentum, but it lets me keep the speed. Or sorry, change my direction, but keep the speed.
You saw a variation of that in Cap Kingdom called Frog Vectoring, where he was a frog.
Yeah, and that's, again, those save only, like, half a second, but those save up, sort of add up over the course of the run.
Most Mario games also have stuff like that, where it's not really about the major skips, but it's mostly just about movement.
Yeah, also, if you hear me mashing during, parts of this game, you can skip the cutscene by pausing and pressing A right away in the cutscene. So I basically mashed those 2 buttons. And yeah, even though we don't need to get all these moons, there are specific moons that we grab along the way so we can have the amount to leave the kingdom afterwards. Some kingdoms' layouts are harder to route than others. And again, spin pounds are your friend.
Unless you can't spin pound for some reason.
Some people find spin pound really hard. One of my friends actually says that it hurts his thumb because you have to spin the control stick twice in order to spin pound, and sometimes you don't have that much time to do it, so you have to do it really.
Again, I don't even own a Switch, so I can't run this game, so I can't say anything.
All right, so now we are. Now we're gonna go ahead and climb up this the inverted pyramid. and we're gonna be seeing our next bunny that we're gonna have to fight. We're gonna have to fight Harriet.
And no, we are not doing Papa first.
No. Well, that's in Bowser's, but you know.
Spoilers.
We'll get to that when we get to that. I should mention, by the way, that the coins that I'm grabbing, I don't need any coins for this run because of the fact that we have to go to all the story moons. So for the most part, it doesn't matter what we do. Also, nice death again. I'm racking it up, dude. I'm getting the fails out of the way right away.
The jump isn't that hard, but it is pretty easy to mess up.
Yeah, there's again, I'm kind of messing up because I haven't been running this game recently, and that's my fault. I should have been more prepared. But whatever, it's fine. It's all for the fun of it. No one wants to see a perfect run anyways. Maybe they do. Alright, so this is Harriet, and her fast strat is to, sorry in advance, hit her balls back at her.
Oh, yes, everyone's favorite.
This is easier in her first fights, but in her second fight in Bowser's Kingdom, it's gonna be a much more difficult fight. So yeah, this is a pretty standalone boss. It's pretty easy to do so. And keep in mind, this is how good Nintendo are at, making sure their games are good for speedrunning. They did know about all these tricks, and all the cap bounces that we do in this run, they seem just barely in line with how far you can go, that it feels like they meant for it to happen.
Yeah. But like most other Mario games, the fights in this game are kind of a joke, so you don't really have to worry about them too much.
So with a lot of fails, we're done with the first half of Cascade. So now that we're done with daytime Cascade, we're going to get to nighttime Cascade. This is something you'll only see in runs such as World Peace or All Story Moons, because you normally don't have to go fight Knuckle in any other category except for maybe Darker Side and stuff like that. So what else was I going to say? Shoot. Oh. You can also vector in the air, by the way. Basically, vectoring in the air, you just have to, after you jump, if you go at 45 degrees, or you aim yourself 45 degrees, you'll get a lot more speed for some reason. And it's just really weird, but that's how the game works.
Yep.
So you'll see when I go ahead and roll off this tower, I'm going to go ahead and angle at a 45-degree angle, and it just gets me farther.
So most stages have a different variation of itself whenever you get a multi-moon boss, as you can see in Sand.
Yeah, the most famous of that is Metro Kingdom.
Yeah.
This is a good showcase of that roll that I just did off the edge there. It's a good showcase that if you roll off the edge with a spin pound, you keep that momentum, but you can still do a half bounce afterwards. And we're gonna go ahead and capture a bullet bill here. And again, basically every enemy or thing that we capture in this game has a fast strat that they can do by shaking. So shaking is the future again.
Yes. So Sand Kingdom might also be known by its better name called Tucson, Arizona.
Okay.
I just wanted to point that out, that there's an ice cave here.
It's secretly Tucson. Who would have known? Alright, so this is Knuckle Tech. So far this run's been pretty bad. Let's hope we can bring this around. So my PB in this category, by the way, is a 127. So I have a very generous estimate for if I mess up.
8 minutes off your PB.
Yeah. And Knuckle Tech has basically what I want to do with this boss fight. You can shake your controller to spin with the fist and move faster like that, but it's actually faster to basically each time you spin with the fists, you have to wait a little bit afterwards to spin again. But we can build up the time frame for when we can spin by shaking once on the first 2 hits, and then we'll be allowed to shake twice on the second, or on the last one. So it sounds really weird, and it is, but it's just the science of it. Trust me on it.
If you're strictly a part of the enemy percent, for this game, then most of these bosses will be kind of new to you.
Yeah, a lot of people run any percent, and World Peace is the second most ranked category, but no one really runs all story moons.
Shout out to Lucidity getting a 113 in World Peace.
Oh yeah, true. So there you go. Now, there was enough cooldown that I was allowed to shake twice there.
Get it cooldown because we're gonna.
Yeah, badumch. Alright, so right there I turned my camera up. Oh, that was weird. I turned my camera up so that the multi-moon will spawn faster. This game, along with other Mario games, has the sort of thing that basically whatever's on screen, nothing moves until it's on screen, so we have to like look at stuff for it to actually exist.
Unless it's like the tower in SM64 where it just lags whatever.
Alright, and again, all story moons and World Peace has more text than in any percent. It's more apparent for us to use Japanese text than in any percent because it saves a lot more time. It actually saves 30 seconds in this run compared to any percent it saves like 12.
It's free time save.
Yeah.
Because you don't even have to have a Japanese copy of the game to play on Japanese.
If you guys want to know how far behind my PB I am, I'm about a minute behind.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Alright, so for the most part, if you've ever seen an 8% run, a lot of these, a lot of the areas are going to look pretty familiar to you, because a lot of them are unchanged for the most part. But some of them aren't, some of them are changed. Like, Metro's like one of the most changed. We're going to actually get to see the festival. The
fast strat in Lake Kingdom is to do a trick called Lake Clip where you skip the boss fight, but in World Peace and All Star Moons we can't really do that because we have to fight the boss to get World Peace anyway. So
yeah. So right here I throw my hat out so that I can get a hat bounce afterwards. Just a very small optimization, so I can get up here pretty quickly.
Oh, nice shortcut that you did there. Oh wow, what a god.
Oh, and fun fact, Nintendo is very cheeky with the fact that they do know about some of these shortcuts where if you do them in Cappy will actually say like, oh, good job on that, like, oh, very clever. One of them in Seaside, he says that. He said that here in Lake, where he was, after I did the triple jump up that wall, he was like, oh, good job. I didn't think of that.
But unless your state of origin is not Japan, then you probably can't read Japanese.
Alright, so we're just gonna go ahead and get some quick moons, do the any percent route, or the old any percent route for Lake. And right here we have something called, or coming up we have something called Fish Jump, where we jump out of the water, uncapture the fish, and then wall jump. And it's pretty cool.
He just jumps out of the fish. That's why it's called Fish Jump.
Yeah. And that's to get up to the boss fight without having to go through the whole town area of Lake. And Lake is one of the fastest kingdoms in the game. And Rango has the easiest boss skip, in my opinion, because he has no collision when you stomp on his hat, so you can just ground pound right through him and just get really quick hits on him like that.
If you were able to do this casually, I would not be surprised.
Yeah, this is actually a fun fact how I first fought Rango. I didn't know that you weren't supposed to jump on his hat when he bounces around. So, yeah, shoutouts to Nintendo making really easy skips in their games.
Making collision possible.
Yeah.
Since like 1892 or whatever.
18?
Because that's when they were a company. That's whenever they were founded.
Yeah, for the most part, everything in this run is intended by a Nintendo. At least it seems like it. The only thing that I think is a glitch in this game is the out-of-bounds clipping. And thankfully we're not doing that because, scandalous, no glitches allowed.
Well, you could also do no major glitches, but, you know.
Like that.
All the Link to the Past runners would like
Let's
that.
go, saving a second.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah. So I'm comparing its average splits because I don't want to feel bad. So my average splits is a 130, so I'll be able to know if we're on sub 130 pace, which I gave myself a very generous estimate for this run. So no matter what, we'll be underestimate, but I just hope it won't be too bad. I would like to get a sub 130 for this category, even with my fails in the beginning.
Even if you go to the moon cave, you could underestimate this.
So right here, this bunny can be a jerk sometimes. If you've ever tried catching that bunny in Wooded Kingdom, you'll kind of not understand what just happened. Basically, you hit the bunny with your hat, it stuns him.
Alright, I'm gonna mute for a little bit. If I can.
You gotta go eat, right?
I guess so.
Okay.
Let me just...
I'll be all alone.
For like 10 minutes. Why is nothing working on this? Okay, I guess you'll just... I'll not be moved.
Alright, so this is Wooded Kingdom, and Wooded Kingdom has some really cool routing. Where we have to, or as I like to call it, I'm sorry in advance, but this is called Nut Kingdom for a reason. We get to break open quite a lot of nuts. And that is what we're gonna do. And so right there what I did, it's something called Insta-Capture, where I throw my hat behind a enemy, and I shake my controller, and basically it is able to instantly capture him instead of having to throw my hat twice. Again, it saves like half a second, so more small time saves. Also, something that's more apparent in this game compared to stuff like any percent. Oh, whoops. If you've ever seen any percent, it's kind of weird to the fact that we don't really use checkpoints to warp anywhere. But in this category, we are going to be using warps more because of some boss fights that take us back to the start. Alright, so now we're just going to go ahead and do the rest of Wooded. Oh, whoops. Alright, so for the most part, Wooded's a pretty easy kingdom. We have to do 2 boss fights. One of them is with another Brutal. It's going to be Spewart, and he's arguably one of the easiest of the boss fights. And then we have... oh, whoops. And then we have a more interesting boss fight, which is the Flower boss fight. Alright. So this is a little bit of a trick that saves about 3 seconds to get up to the boss faster than usual. Also, I rolled in, I meant to dive, that was my fault. Diving is really weird in this game where you have to ground pound and then press the Y button. It's just really awkward compared to other games. It doesn't have its own button. Alright. So yeah, this is Spewart. You just jump on his hat as soon as he starts moving, and he's really easy. And there we go, that's a boss fight. It doesn't seem like it, but that's a boss fight. Alright. So now, moving on, we're going to be doing the second half of Wooded Kingdom, which is going to be a little bit interesting. And I just realized that I missed a moon, so I am going to have to go out of my way to get a moon, because I skipped the tower. So that was my fault. I wasn't looking at my route. But thankfully there's a good backup moon I can grab. Alright, so now we have to go through this beginning area again, and we didn't have anywhere that we could warp to, sadly, so we do have to go through the whole thing once more. But yeah, there's a few tricky jumps that you can do in this game to skip up to the top faster. Like this jump right here to get up top, instead of having to go through the cave with the Sphinx. And then we can do this to get up here, and this is the other moon I'm going to go grab. There's a moon if you ground pound near the charging dock over here. There we go. And fun fact, if you fall in that hole over there, it does soft lock you, because we haven't, gone the intended path yet. For this story moon. So, the cool thing about all story moons is we don't actually have to do the story mechanics, but we do have to do the moon, so it leads to some interesting routing. And so right here we're going to do a trick so that I don't have to blow up this entire wall. We're just going to go ahead and blow up a little bit of the wall, and then do some very specific hat bouncing like that to get this moon. Oh, well, okay, that's not what I wanted, but that's fine. We'll just have to do that again. Okay, never seen that happen before. Alright. Alright, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and run up this wall, and this will be to our next story moon. And there we go, we're going to go ahead and capture this tank, and the story moon is obtained by hitting all these little spinning pinwheel parts. And this part's a little bit RNG with the rocks that come in there, and it's a little weird to hit. So that was a pretty bad one, but it's... Alright. And now we have our last boss, or for our last multi-moon of this area. By the way, I didn't mention this before, but there are single moons and there are multi-moons. Multi-moons give you a set of 3 moons, and normal moons just give you 1. So that's pretty obvious. Alright, so now we're just going to go ahead and do this little spin pound there for swag and a little bit of speed. And this is our boss fight of Wooded Kingdom. This is what's sucking up the flowers of this area. So we're just going to go ahead and do this and start the fight. So these little things that we use, these are called uproots. They always looked weird to me. They look more like onions. But, I mean, sure, they're uproots, whatever. So this boss, you just have to break open the glowy spots in the blocks, and then hit him when he goes underneath like that. And you can cheese this boss. You're supposed to be dodging all these lasers, but you can just jump up here by shaking the controller to jump higher. And something interesting I was going to mention before, but we just never mentioned it, was this game has rough translation from English to Japanese, where it still has some English text for some reason, and it's supposed to say you got a multi-moon when we grab a multi-moon, but once we grab it here, you'll actually see that when it's in Japanese only, it says you got a grand moon, which is really weird, and it kind of alludes to Mario Galaxy, where the bigger stars are called the grand stars, and that's only in Japanese. In English, it'll say you got a multi-moon. So I thought that was kind of interesting to mention. So we'll just wait up here for him to finish his shindig. Yeah, I'm not playing the hottest right now. It's probably be like a 131 pace run by the end of it with how I'm playing. There we go. This is what I get for not practicing. Hopefully my nipple percent run will go better after this. Alright. And that's Wooded Kingdom. That brings peace to the kingdom because we defeated this guy. And Wooded Kingdom is the exact same as World Peace because we can't skip any of these, we can't skip any of these story moons at all because they all connect together. So there we go. We should be underestimate even with my bad gameplay right now. The nerves are getting to me, dude. Alright, so we're just gonna go ahead and throw our cap on the Odyssey. Alright, so coming up is sort of an intermission from the story. This is called Cloud Kingdom. We have 2 sort of intermission kingdoms like this, where it's just a boss fight. That's it. So you'll see what I mean. It's just gonna be a boss fight with Bowser. Alright, so actually, no, sorry guys, I was wrong. We're going to Metro Kingdom. We're totally going to Metro Kingdom. I love this kingdom, it's great. Everybody was really excited to play this kingdom when the game first came out, so thank God we're going to Metro Kingdom and we're not going to go to Cloud Kingdom. Nah, I'm kidding, but here we go. So Cloud Kingdom is just a boss fight with Bowser, and it's just a reason for you to have a confrontation with Bowser. There's no moons or anything like that here. All we have to do is, you know, beat Bowser. That's basically all it is. But we can do a trick here called Capulus, where we hit the thing close, the Bowser's hat close enough to Bowser, and we can capture it without having to hold it out with Cappy. And that stops Bowser from jumping around, basically. I'm back, gamers. Welcome back. We're in Cloud. You missed Nut Kingdom. Nut Kingdom, no. I had to drink some tomato water. Also, again, while fighting Bowser, shaking your controller is faster, because motion controls are the future.
Have you ever
Alright.
played Wii Sports? Have you ever had any runs that had motion controls not working?
Alright, so I do have to use Cappy for this last one because I suck. But it's all good. It's actually so weird to play this game again. Recently I've been doing runs of Galaxy series and Mario 64 trying to get better times in those games, so it's really interesting when you come back to Odyssey after taking a bit of a break from it.
In 1990, they
So,
built
so coming into Lost Kingdom, this kingdom has no story moons, and it's a little difficult. There's something called Meme Tree that I'm going to have to do, and it looks easier than it is. So I'm just going to be quiet for a second here. Alright, first try, perfect meme tree. So basically getting on that tree is way harder than it looks like, and I have to perform a triple jump off it.
See, we call it meme tree because it's a meme, obviously.
It's a meme when you mess it up.
See, there's a faster version where you just dive vault off of the tree instead of triple jumping.
Yeah, but that's only for like top runs, and it saves like 2 seconds. It's really not a big deal.
Yeah.
And now we're just gonna, because there's no story moons here, we just get to do this like an 8%, so we're just gonna get 10 really quick moons and be done with Lost. And by the way, the reason why we did Meme Tree, there's supposed to be this whole story sequence where Cappy gets captured by Klepto, this little bird up here, and we're supposed to save him, but because Klepto only captures Cappy when you go in a very specific area of the island. If you walk around that island, so you're not in Klepto's view, Cappy will never get captured. And you can scare Klepto, and the game gets tricked into thinking that you already did that sequence. So until you die, Klepto will just never go after Cappy again. So we're just gonna go ahead and collect our last few power moons. And we'll be good to go to move on to Metro, the big boy, everybody's favorite. Oh my god, I keep diving over this moon. It's so hard to see that. It's kind of like a blind moon I have to walk around in the cave for.
Are we gonna be singing the parody? Jump Up Superstar?
I'll try.
Okay.
I don't remember what I should. I didn't like writing the lyrics like I did for the last one.
I mean, in the Sprinkle Bingo run, I had no clue what was going on, so.
So right there, we actually hat bounce out from under that bridge. You can die and it'll warp you to the Odyssey, but it's actually faster to not die. It saves like a second.
Way back in the day, people used to death warp to the Odyssey. They don't anymore.
I mean, I still do sometimes. It's not a big deal if you do. It loses 1 second. But, again, hopefully, we're hoping not to. Is the runner hoping to attempt a 602 at some point? I used to do the 602, way back in the day when it was brand new. And, I used to be pretty good at it. I think my PB is like a 25 or something like that.
25 hours, not 25 seconds.
Yeah, 25 hours. I don't do 602s anymore because I just don't find them fun anymore, and I don't like Sunshine 100%, so.
I've never... Sunshine was one of the first games I played, but I don't have it anymore.
Yeah, so I should mention something. You might see that I choose to spin throw to capture some things instead of regular throwing, and the reason why is just it's like half a second faster for some reason to spin throw to capture than to regular throw, and I don't know why. It's just the animation. So just keep in mind it's faster for some reason. So this is Nighttime Metro. Daytime Metro is a little bit more, peaceful. Nighttime Metro has a lot more hardcore strats we have to do, and has a lot of tough movement as well.
Everyone get your 2 cycle spams ready?
Oh yeah, I always like to do this during all my Odyssey. There's going to be a boss up here called Mecha Wiggler, and in order to do him fast, we can either get a 3 cycle, which loses 30 seconds, or we can get a 2 cycle, which is all RNG, and we have to, kind of work with the RNG and what it gives us. So, what I like to do to get good RNG is get my chat to spam 2 cycle. So, anybody in chat, I want you all to spam some 2 cycle. Just get into it and go nuts. And hopefully the gods will see that we want good RNG. There's like 9 patterns. there's like 9 patterns that the game can give us, and there's like 2 of them that's impossible to get 2-cycle on, so. I could go for the risky jump here. This is the town hall. There's a risky jump that you can do, and it's really hard to do sometimes with the camera spinning, so I'm just not going to risk it. Alright, so get your 2-cycle in chat now. I want to see them all.
Alright, I won't type it in chat, I'll just say it. 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds. I'm doing this for like 30 seconds, okay? 2 cycle, 2 cycle, 2 cycle, 2 cycle. Okay, I give up. Okay. I'll just type it in the YouTube chat.
So this is the first cycle, by the way. We have to do this cycle. There's no way to skip it. But the second cycle, we can finish it off in 1 cycle, basically, afterwards. And I actually messed up the manipulation here. I was supposed to go into the corners. Oops. I had a really rough first cycle, so I'm hoping I get 2-cycle now. Let's hope. Let's hope and pray.
Bless RNG.
Yep. So, like I said, there's a couple different patterns you can get, and you kind of just have to react to the pattern you get and hope that it works. That's actually a really good pattern. He gave me the second fastest pattern.
Oh, nice.
But he moved too far. Okay, I still got it. Good. Barely.
Let's go.
So that saves 30 seconds. If I didn't hit him within like 5 seconds there, he would have gone back into his hole, and he would have gone for another charging attack, and that loses about 20 to 30 seconds. So getting 2 cycles saves a lot of time. So even though the nighttime section wasn't that good, that still saved a lot of time compared to the worst splits that I've kind of had on this. Alright, so that's the multi-moon. That's it for Night Metro. Now it's going to become all nice and peaceful in daytime. So now we have to do something for Pauline, and she's the mayor of this town, and she wants to sort of make a party, so we have to go around and find 4 bandmates.
I would think that Mr. Speedrun would like 2 cycles. Oh shoot.
And I like how we're just not we're taking this run like really not seriously.
I mean, well, have you seen our Springo Bingo run? That was
Alright, so right here I do this dram strat. It's really cool, where I throw out my hats, and basically Cappy can capture stuff even when you're really far away from it. And so what I do there is I shake the controller while I'm inside the girder, and it warps me back over to the pole there. It's just really cool.
Most of those strats where you capture something whenever you're in a different area are called dram strats, but we just... Because one of them was found by Dram 55, but we called the rest of them dram strats because, just for the meme.
Yeah, then there's one called Snow Dram, which doesn't have anything to do with Dram, but people just kept naming stuff after him. Just because he literally said when he got the strat, he was like, or when he found it in, the first one was in sand, he said, I don't want the strat named it after me, so what did we do? We named it Dram Strat.
I could just imagine just Dram sitting in, like, whatever, just watching this run, just being like, these freaking scumbags.
Also, everybody has everybody knows the wonderful meme that came out of, musicians. They say very interesting things, so get your OTEPs in chat in a little bit. Everybody loves OTEP. So these guys speak really weird gibberish, but they have weird sounds that come out when you speak through their text. And one guy says hot, and the other guy says OTEP. But yeah, that one guy who says hot lettuce was the guy on the bench that we saw there. It's funny what kind of moons this game will give you for just doing random things. And it's really weird at some points, because we just got a moon for just talking to a guy who was depressed. So, yeah.
If you were a friend or someone in need needs help, then you can have Mario come to you.
You can have a fat Italian plumber come talk to you.
Yes.
Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and warp to get the other 2 musicians. One of them was at the very beginning, but you can't talk to them until you talk to Pauline. So, you have to wait. And then another one is on top of a roof, but we have a really quick way to get to him. And again, you'll be seeing me spin pound so much, this just shows how much goes into that. That bird over there, by the way, that was called Talkatoo. We don't want to talk about him. There's a category dedicated to him. But, yeah.
It's called Talk 2% and it's RNG.
And it's literally the most RNG. It's basically a randomizer.
Let me know when we have a few minutes, by the way, please.
Hey, what's up, George?
Yeah, we have a few minutes. We're just getting the last musician.
Okay, because I just wanted to say that we are still raising money for Go Rescue, which is a no-kill dog shelter in Norfolk, VA. So if you like to save the animals in real life, you know, not just the cockatoos, but also the dogs, then you can donate by either typing !donate in the chat, or you can use the short link that's periodically displayed on stream, which is ux9.de/NoGA5. So out of the two, you can give your money to Go Rescue and contribute to some incentives. For example, we still have the Bioshock bid war to save or harvest the little sister. Save is currently winning, so if you want to harvest that, so I believe you gotta put 10 on the line, if I remember right. And then later on Sunday, we also have the bid war for the character name for Skyrim, which, by the way, is on the Switch. Did you know that Skyrim released for the Switch?
Yeah, I did. Actually, my friend Punchshot runs that game. Punchshot's he's one of my good friends who runs both Odyssey and Mario 64 DS. And he started, he found... Oh, mine's death. Yeah, so he's running Skyrim. I hope you guys will check that out. That's a very good run.
Yep.
He's started running it.
Yep, and check out pretty much the rest of the marathon. It's awesome, and we're here for a good cause, and... all donations are, of course, go straight to the charity. We don't see a single... We're not a middleman in that regard. And, of course, all donations get read on stream, so... Back to you.
If you want to be famous, tell your mom that you got read on stream. Do it.
Yo, I'm famous. I'm on the stream right now.
Oh my god, I'm famous. I'm playing on the stream. I'm playing video games badly.
Awesome games done slow.
Yeah, literally. Again, I could totally do a better run if I practice. I feel so bad, but in my opinion, it's funnier because I'm making mistakes, and this just shows that not every run has to be perfect to make a funny and interesting run. So
it's like Bonesaw's run.
Yeah, true. So what we were doing in the sewers, if you want to know why a fat Italian man was running around the sewers getting moons that were glowing. So we were trying to bring back the power to New Donk City, so we had to go hit the switch with Mario's feet, and now we are being invited to go to the powwow that they're having for New Donk City.
I wish that power actually worked like this.
So I do this every time, and I'm sorry if you don't like singing, but I like to make a parody each time I do this sort of run that has this in it, and I'm going to talk about how bad this run was, so enjoy the parody. I'm
gonna try to sing along, but it's not gonna work out very well.
Well, I'm gonna do my own lyrics, so you don't even know the lyrics.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Alright, here we go. Oh wait, we have more of an intro. I forgot how long the intro is.
Da, da, da.
Oh my god, that was close! Da 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 da.
Da, 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 da.
Here we go. This run sucks. It's not going to sub 130.
Yeah.
It's going to be really bad. But it's okay. We got some nipple percent to run. This is not good.
I just want to let everyone know that due to the commentary setup we have with this character, this is probably also completely off sync. So
oh no, I forgot about that. Never mind, I should have stopped it.
Yeah.
I forgot that I was 20 seconds
Apologies for that. But yeah, in case anyone's curious.
Stream, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep, in case anyone's curious, Kingj is streaming directly off his capture card and is being currently captured from the Discord. So getting that delay right is a challenge, but we've tried to approximate it as best as possible.
It also resulted in me not running 2 nights ago.
Yeah, that capture card.
Yes, that is exactly what this is. Good games run slow by yours truly. By Canadian boy Kingj.
Technically Italian.
So that was Metro, one of the longest stops in the game.
The longest, I believe, actually.
Actually, yeah, in this category, it is the longest. Other than... Actually, it's pretty close to Bowser's. It's around a few minutes off. Alright, so... Now that that is done, we have 2 very quick kingdoms to go through, thankfully. So that'll be cool. But yeah, I would highly suggest running this game. By the way, not it's not as bad as I'm making it seem.
And then just watch Mitch's world record.
Yeah, this is a very fun game to run. I highly suggest it. If you like Mario games, you'll like this game. I promise. Alright, so now we're going to Snow. Snow is... You see, we're going to be doing a bunch of rooms that are called barrier rooms. We have to get 4 separate story moons to open up barricades so we can get to the race downstairs in Shiveria. However, in the wonderful thing known as World Peace, we would skip all of this. So even though I am not a big fan of this category, because we don't get to show off that glitch, at least we get to show off the rooms that we never get to show off in other categories. So we normally never show off the rooms I'm about to go to. You would only do them in all moons and all story moons.
Yes.
So enjoy these. And these rooms actually have really cool movement and one boss fight that we usually skip.
Fun fact: there are 2 different snow clips. One saves like half a second. The other saves like a few minutes. So not even that, I don't believe.
Yeah, I do. One of the skips there's 2 versions of the out of bounds clip that you can do. It's upstairs and downstairs. I do the upstairs one because it's way easier.
In any percent, you clip out of bounds for just like a split second to skip a hallway or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if anybody was asking why I'm not doing moon clipping, it actually saves no time in Wooded Kingdom in this run, because again, we have to get all the story moons.
Because in any percent, you would moon clip to other parts of the kingdom, but
we're going there
here,
anyways later.
But
so
here we are not doing that. Like especially in Wooded, we're just doing that.
So we have to go through all these barricade rooms, and they're boring. So if there's any donos, like, feel free to cut me off. I don't like Snow Kingdom because of how different it is compared to World Peace.
We don't have any donations right now, but if you want me to plug the charity again, I can do that.
Do you want to?
I mean, I've done it 10 minutes ago, so...
Please don't.
We can wait.
It's up to you, my man.
We can do it in like 20 minutes again, so...
Alright,
but yeah, just as a very quick way of raising money for Go Rescue, so give them your money! Give them your money,
Actually,
money.
You know what? It'll be a great time to...
Please
do
donate.
that. If my dogs come in here and bark, that'll be the best time to do it.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Or if my dog does, that's good too.
Oh, sweet, we have 3 dogs to listen to. Let's go. I didn't think about that.
Get your Frank Disease in chat.
So this is Rango again. He's basically the exact same, except, you know, ice physics. So we just have to make sure we don't slip while we do our backflip, and there we go. So
if you
I used
play
to have
Superstar mode, then you also have to worry about lava.
Oh yeah, I had this really hard time. I had a really hard time learning this category because I was so used to never doing Rango. So or never doing this ice Rango, and I'm not used to ice physics, especially when trying to do a backflip like that, so it's a little hard to get used to it, but it's not that bad once you learn it.
I was playing some SM64 today, and I wasn't used to the HD
The high definition. Yeah, this game actually came out in 1955. Alright, so now we're going to go to one of the only rooms we're not going to get both the moons in. We're going to do a really big skip here. This just shows how much you can skip with just a simple half bounce in this game. Look at that. We're going to jump that entire chasm just like that.
Wow.
Alright, so right here I like to do this thing. Basically, if you long jump on the very specific part of the pipe, you can get slurped into it, and it skips having to watch the animation of him going in, so let's get the slurp. I didn't get it, no!
I'll make the slurp down anyway.
The most important part of the run, and I failed it. We should just reset now.
Let's just restart the commentary. Hello, my name is TBARO. I do not run this game. We have a guy who does run this game. Can he introduce himself, please?
Hi, I'm Joey. I don't run this game.
But you're running it right now.
I mean, I don't run this game often. I've been one of the games I was supposed to run in this marathon, but you know, my computer just didn't agree with it, was Celeste, and that game I practiced way more than this one. which obviously I shouldn't have because it didn't work out. Alright, so...
Okay.
Oh.
Have fun.
Okay. Enjoy.
Have fun,
Wait,
George.
did you say they can't hear?
Yeah. Wait. Can they not hear our commentary? Wait, they can't. What? I'm so confused.
Wait, so they can they hear us?
I'm so confused right now.
I'm so lost.
So bad. I thought we were talking to stream this entire time.
Okay, no, they could hear you. Don't you worry.
Oh, they
can. Yeah, it's fine. What I wanted to say is that they couldn't hear me. I just wanted to talk to you privately.
Oh, I was scared.
Oh,
okay, so we're talking to no one right now.
No, don't you worry. Yeah, no. I should have explained to you how this works, but sorry about that. Yeah, it's just you heard what I wanted to say, so.
Yes, I did. Hi, guys. We're talking to a ghost right now.
We're talking to Ghost George. He wasn't.
This is like, okay, this is a run that is. This is the best way to show that you can have a marathon run that is bad gameplay wise, but just still funny. Because this run's horrible, but I'm still having a great time. I hope you guys are too.
I'm having a good time.
Alright, guys.
Just sitting in my room, just
this is what I like to do. Oh, whoops! I forgot to skip the cutscene here. This is the Snow Kingdom race. We have to do this Grand Prix. So, if you guys want me to donate to the charity, I want you guys to guess what time I'm gonna get. Anybody who's within a second, I will donate $5. So, get your guesses in. I usually get about a minute. Actually, about 55 seconds.
I'm gonna guess 57.
Okay, I guess I'll accept your guess.
But
yeah, we were so lost because the restreamer came into our private chat, but you guys couldn't hear him, so we were just talking, and we were like, "Wait, what's happening?"
yeah, because we thought he said you guys couldn't hear us, so we were really confused.
I was very scared for a second. I was like, "Wait, isn't the point of to hear? Like, isn't that what I'm here for?"
We're at the beginning of CGDQ, boys.
Alright, so yeah, I'm messing up a lot, but there's some fast strats you can do here by bouncing with the Shivarian here. The Shivarian Racer.
The Shivarian, okay.
And I got a 58.77.
Oh.
Someone guessed 108.
I was
yeah, you were off by a second, so I will donate $5.
Let's go.
Oh man, get that money to the charity, baby.
Oh yes, we have to protect animals.
Oh wait, I also have to donate that 3 cents from the ad revenue that I got while setting up. So
because he ran an ad on me. I
ran an ad on my stream because I like money.
Yeah, I was literally I'm watching from Kingj side right now, and he's streaming on YouTube, and he ran an ad. He got like 3 cents.
You gotta love them 3 cents, dude. Alright, so that was Snow Kingdom. So Snow Kingdom is one of the most changed from World Peace because of the fact we can't do the clip. So it's also my least favorite in this category because we have to do the fight with Ice Fist. But there we go.
I am going to plug my phone in.
Enjoy. Have fun.
I
don't know why I said enjoy.
I'm not gonna quit commentary, but yeah.
I was about to say. Alright, so now we're moving on to Seaside Kingdom, and Seaside is also way different from like any percent and stuff like that, so yeah. Now we're going to be doing, we have to basically fight a boss fight. In order to do that, we have to break open 4 cages to get some moons.
Oh yes.
Yeah, yes. So that's so seductively. Hello everybody, and welcome back to NoGA5. I'm your host, King J. We're gonna be going for a wonky ride.
Just sit back, relax,
Sit back, relax, and hopefully your runs go better than mine.
I mean, well, my run tomorrow will hopefully go
Yeah, so I was actually preparing for 3 different games that I was supposed to be running, and funnily enough, the one run that actually went through and actually I got to do, which is this one, is the one I practiced the least for, so I just find that really funny. Alright, so, yeah, that's the first switch that we have to hit. We have to hit 3 switches. And this is another skip. This is a skip I was talking about earlier where Cappy will be like, whoa, good job! Like, that was really cool. You just fly up here with a Gushin and get that moon like that.
I don't think Cappy has been paying attention this entire run.
I think... Yeah, and Cappy's been speaking in Japanese, so... I don't know. I don't know if he knows what game we're playing. Oh, by the way, the cool thing about this game is that if you are worried about getting into this game because you don't want to buy a Japanese copy, don't worry, because every copy of the game can play on, you can switch to any language. It's region locked, so.
I wish that SM64 did that, so I don't have to buy a new console in order to save 2 seconds in PS2.
Yeah, and thankfully the Switch isn't region locked, so even if it was that you had to buy a Japanese copy of the game, you could easily, so, just by, you know, buying it from Japan and then having it on any console. Alright, so here's the underwater one. We just throw a Gushin into the water and it clears the lava for us. Yeah, it's not about the... Honestly, it's not about the money, it's about the friends we made along the way.
Like me, I don't know.
No, you're not my friend. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Ooh, the shots.
I'm just saying that he dragged up the queue.
I asked what I should do because I didn't feel prepared for this run, and they just said have fun with it. So that's what I'm doing today. This run was not prepared, but who cares?
I mean, I prepared for my run. And that's what
Wow, imagine preparing for a run instead of just doing what I'm doing and YOLOing it.
I
I don't remember half the strats for this game. Yeah, I kind of took a break after 2019 from Odyssey because I've been running it too much recently. So now we have to go around here, get some extra moons so we can actually leave this kingdom after we fight the boss. But we should be good.
Yep.
We only need 3 extra ones because we're going to get 7 moons from all the story stuff. Alright, so right here we're going to go ahead and talk to Toad. Captain Toad. Fun fact, he's in this game. If you didn't know that, well, sorry to break it to you.
Wait, Captain Toad's in this game? What?
What? I remember somebody came into my stream and was like, wait, Captain Toad made his first appearance of this game? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, totally. He made his first appearance after Captain Toad Treasure Tracker came out. That makes total sense.
He made
All
his
right, right
first
here-
appearance after Mario Galaxy about 10 years or so.
Yeah. So right here is the last button here, and this will spawn the boss fight to actually start. So you actually do need to hit all the switches. You can't just grab the story moons and just if the boss will unlock. You actually do need to hit the switches. So right here, I'm gonna make sure that this boss does a quick cycle, which is very hard to control. It's half RNG, so we'll hope.
Basically, this boy is stupid.
Yeah. So basically, I'm gonna go ahead and just get him halfway to his second hit, and then he's gonna swim around the lighthouse, and that will actually make it so that his hit will be closer on the third one. It's very weird, and no one knows why this is a thing, but it just is.
Like every skip in this game. No one knows why it is, but it just is.
It is true. Roll cancel clipping's the weirdest thing in this game. I stand by it. But yeah, this guy, I forget what his name is. Isn't it like Bub Lane or something like that? I forget.
It's called King Caliente because you like Mario Galaxy.
This is King Caliente after eating 4 Happy Meals.
He made poor diet decisions.
Don't be like him, guys. Eat healthy. What are we saying anymore?
My grandma's a vegetarian.
Yeah, so I think there's a Captain Toad in like every other level. He's not in every single one, but he's in most of them.
I know he's in Cascade.
Yeah, he's in Cascade, Sand. I think he's in all of them except for like the small ones like Cloud and Ruined.
See, what happened to him is what happens to me after a headache.
Okay. Your head gets that big? Holy.
No.
Jesus.
It just feels like that because it's...
TBA, just letting you know you're very far away from your mic. I think
I'm sorry, I had to.
you're very quiet.
Do you want us to speak ASMR?
Sorry, I had to do a thing.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to my ASMR Super Mario Odyssey.
I like how this run. We're just not taking
Is this better?
Everybody's like all serious about their speedruns. I'm just here like, let's just play Odyssey and talk about stupid things, right? That's what we're here for. Let's make dumb jokes.
Speedrun.
I'm half asleep right now, by the way. I woke up at 3 p.m.
Also, by the way, I'm on my phone. I'm sorry.
Yo, how did I gold? What?
I don't know.
Let's go. We got a gold, boys. Something good came out of this run. I golded by like 5 seconds. I don't know how I did, but I did. Alright, so next up is everybody's least favorite kingdom. This is Luncheon. For like the first week of this game, I loved this kingdom. Everybody was like, it has a lot of cool speed strats at 80% and stuff like that. And then everybody was like, oh no, I hate Luncheon. I'm like, why do you hate Luncheon? Luncheon's cool.
You'll see after you get sub-hour.
Luncheon does suck though in any percent. I will give them credit on that, but in other categories like this one and stuff like Dark Side, Darker Side, it's actually a really cool kingdom. Alright, so right there we get a moon in the crevice, and then we have to fight Spewer for the second time. Now most of the bosses who you fight for a second time, they usually have like a difference that makes them really difficult. You have to fight him on ice. Harriet's gonna have 2 balls instead of 1. Topper's gonna have more hats. Spewer's just Spewer. Like, he's as easy as ever.
You want me to put on my fedora?
What?
I just have this spare fedora that I never wear.
Why is that something we need?
I don't know. You can't even see it, but I'm just gonna put it on.
ASMR makes my skin crawl. That's what it's supposed to do. So, that means I'm doing it well.
I put on my fedora so that you can't see my back.
I can't see you, period.
That's the point.
What are you talking about?
I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
This is both, like, the worst run I've ever done for a marathon gameplay-wise, but it's the best run I've ever done commentary-wise.
I think this is one of 3 runs that I'm proud of in terms of commentary, aka all of my commentary runs.
Alright, so this is what I like to do each time I run this game. This is a golden turnip, and I want to turn into Gordon Ramsay. So everybody put your favorite Gordon Ramsay quote into chat. It's frozen!
It's raw!
It's rotten!
It's raw!
Because Mario turns into Gordon Ramsay for a little bit. Alright, so we're just gonna get a few of these small moves, so that we don't have, so we'll have enough to leave later. And then we're gonna throw our hat down here, over in that little crevice between 2 buildings.
I'm gonna attempt a cat bounce.
Well, who's gonna win? Am I gonna beat the game and get a cat bounce? Find out.
Alright.
Alright, right here is the cheese move, or the cheese switch. This is kind of half RNG, whether or not I hit the switch, or hit the cheese that has the switch underneath it. And it's kind of annoying, so that went okay. Oh my god, what is this movement?
Nice dram.
Thank you, I did not mean for it.
Is that a new strat? Question mark.
No. Yeah, that saves 2 years.
I did not know that.
Alright, so now that's like the first. It's actually sorry, the second story moon. Oh man, I hear dogs coming. Are you guys ready for the dogs? Alright, so right here we're gonna grab a few more moons before we go to our first luncheon. Oh man, you guys ready for dogs? Here they come. Background noise. Everybody get your oh my dogs and jazz.
Oh my dog! Rough.
Alright. There we go. So we're just grabbing some cleanup moons so that we can leave the boss fight in this area.
Moons? Did we litter or something? I don't know. That was the dumbest.
That was the dumbest thing you could have said.
That was the bad joke. I apologize.
Alright, so right here, nobody really knows why, but if you jump twice with this meat, the bird will just automatically see it. You don't have to...
Meat.
Alright. Alright, so that's the first multi-moon. The second one we have to do a boss fight for, and it's one of the most annoying boss fights because it's a box, but it's fine, hopefully. This run has been very bad, thanks for asking. But it's
You're
okay,
welcome.
I've been having a fun time. I've been making the most of the bad situation. And again, most of it's because of the fact that I have not really practiced Odyssey this past week, so that's my own fault. Alright, so now we have to go to the opposite side of Luncheon to go fight the boss fight, so...
Is this run PB pace? No, it's not.
No, it's definitely not. It's not in the slightest. My PB is gonna be like 4 better than this run, but I mean, I'll be happy if I get like a just under. Honestly. Oh, nice! I just fell off the edge. I love it. Well, I'm gonna die for no reason.
Have you ever just been bored in class and just read the GDQ submission guide?
What?
That's me.
This is what we're talking about now? Alright, cool.
Yes, that is what we're talking about.
So what I meant to do was,
I
I meant to
read the
long
GDQ
jump.
submission guide.
I meant to long jump, but for some reason the game just didn't read my long jump. So we're gonna go ahead and grab some more moons on the way to our next, or our last story. Where is my spin pound? Whatever, it's fine. Alright, and so now we're gonna go to this little sub-area here, which is inside this cave. And this is on our way to go fight the giant bird monster who stole our meat.
That sounded very wrong. Don't ever
I
say
know
that
it did.
again, please.
That's why I said it.
Don't ever say that again. Please.
Wow, okay. Are you my manager now? I'm not allowed to say certain
Yes, I am your manager.
Alright. Yo, can we get an oh my dog in chat?
Oh my dog, roof.
Alright, so there we go. We have to go ahead and light this torch in order for... And there we go. So now the cool, some of the coolest movement in this game is you're gonna see here is climbing up this mountain. This is actually found when people are trying to optimize the Koopa free running, which is kind of like a speed run time section in the game. So if you like really quick movement, you'll like climbing up the mountain here. I said like a lot in that sentence.
So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing Celeste for like 10 seconds.
Except it's not, you know, winter, but...
This is what our Celeste speedrun was going to look like.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you guys missed it. This is actually a seaside that we're playing right now. Alright, so yeah, this is really sick movement. I love this this movement up to Kukateel, who's the boss fight. It's some of the coolest movement in this entire game. And there you go. Yeah, please don't sleep through your run, Punch Out. I talked you up and saying that you're everybody should go check out your run. So if it's not there, it's gonna look bad on you. Alright, so this is Kukateel, and this boss fight, in order to do the fast jet, you have to hit her in her junk. So,
This
you guys
game
want
is
to go?
E10 plus.
This game is rated E for everyone.
Not as bad as Dog's Life.
Keep that in mind, guys. E for everyone.
Have you ever seen a Dog's Life speedrun?
Yes, I have. Yes, we have met Nipple %, by the way. So keep in mind, this game is rated E for everyone, and we're gonna
Take off an Italian man's shirt.
Why'd you have to word it like that? Alright, I'm missing the fast trap because I keep her junk, dude. Please! Hit her in the junk.
Smollett's favorite sentence.
So this, her hitbox, Kukateel's hitbox is the worst hitbox in this game. I stand by it. Sometimes you swear you're hitting her where you're supposed to, and it just doesn't work. Sometimes you get hit by nothing, and it makes no sense. Yeah, it's a little weird. But, whatever, she's done now. I messed up on the last hit, but it's fine. It still looked cool. Maybe. I'll leave you that up to you guys. That's up to you guys if it looked cool or not.
It looked very cool.
Alright, so right there I got RNG'd. Basically, you can either... Sometimes there will be a piece of, like, soup. Like, a little piece of meat in the soup where it decides to put you after the cutscene, and it just so happens that's where I spawned, which was annoying. Yes, we get to see sexy Mario. We get to declove an Italian man as fast as we can. Keep that in mind. Oh my god, why? So, when you shake the controller to make Cappy home into something, sometimes he just does not home into the right thing. So he homed into the Odyssey door there, which was annoying. That happens all the time. Alright, so the rest of this game is actually just like any percent. So, yeah. Enjoy the rest of it. It's going to be basically what you would expect from a typical any percent run. All of the major differences are done. So now we just get to, finish the game. We did all the story moons that weren't required, and now all the ones that are required are the ones that we're going for now. So next up, we're going to have our last intermission area here for Bowser's Kingdom. We're going to be, you know what, speaking of Skyrim, I want to give you guys a taste, like a little bit of sneak peek. I just want to make sure it's okay from the staff. Can I get an okay that I can switch to Skyrim really quick? Okay, well I did it. And you know what, I actually modded Skyrim so that you can play as Mario. So it does feel like Mario Odyssey, but I did want to fight a dragon. I've been stuck on this boss for a while, so I just hope you guys are okay with this.
So we're going to be seeing everyone's favorite boss. His name is Spyro the Dragon. Yes.
Shoutouts to Resort Fest. When I was doing a run of this game on Resort Fest, they changed the title to Skyrim.
Yes, I do remember that.
That was hilarious. But yeah, so this is the dragon in Skyrim. I've been stuck on this dragon for a while, but hopefully Mario's physics, I can maybe beat it for one.
Spyro the Dragon, 80%. World record, maybe.
World record. But yeah, this is a good little taste of what you guys are gonna see in Skyrim.
Except Skyrim's not really a platformer.
What do you mean? I'm playing Skyrim right now. I just modded it, so we.
So I'm pretty sure Skyrim, the third person, isn't really that far away from.
Shh! You're gonna blow it. You're blowing our cover. I can't know that I'm actually playing Spyro 1.
I mean, well, judging by the HUD, then you kind of are.
Yeah, there's a reason why I call this split Dark Souls on my.
Because it's so out of place.
Yeah, when I first came to this, when the game was first being ran, this felt really out of place, and it still does. And by the way, if you're wondering what I'm doing, and all, I'm doing something. I'm taking damage on the dragon so that I don't have to wait for him to stop blinking and stuff like that, and it's just faster. It saves like 10 seconds. So in all seriousness, this was the Ruined Dragon boss fight. I have to listen to an audio cue right here, so.
Audio cue.
Basically, you can move in the middle of that cutscene, so I need to listen to when I hear Mario start running, so I can dive right into that multi-moon.
I did not know that was a thing.
It's a very small thing, and again, that saves Alright, so coming up is the hardest kingdom, and I stand by that for every Bowser's Kingdom sucks. Specifically because of the boss fights. Topper and Mecha Brutals. One of the worst of the run. Alright. So, we're going to be moving on to the second last split of the game for this run. So, we're coming to the end of it, but don't worry, we got some hot nipple action later.
I like what Necrovita used to call his Bowser's split. He used to call it Chinatown.
Oh yeah, that is true. It's really cool what they did with Bowser's Lair. It's not your typical setup. It's actually set up so that it kind of looks like Chinatown. Modern day China.
Play way too much Skyrim, then Bowser levels are fire levels, basically.
Yeah.
But this one is Japan.
So yeah, these are Pokios, the coolest things that you can capture in this game, but sadly we don't get to capture them too much. And you'll be seeing me.
Cool mechanic throw.
You'll be seeing me spin throw to capture most of the things in this kingdom because again, it's faster to do that. And yeah, all the story moons are actually required in order to beat this. Do you have anything to say?
No, not really.
Cool.
I'm just kind of just here. Just,
Yo,
you know.
the answer is we don't know what we're doing. You're just here for the ride, guys. Okay. Everybody in chat, I hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good day. I'm just running Super Mario Hat Simulator.
Hey, say hi to your mouth for me.
Say hello to your mouth. Eat some chocolate down by the heart.
See, I can't see chat right now, so I don't.
This is the shard section. This is the most movement intense section you'll have in Bowser's, but it looks really cool.
See, if you're Swedish, then you say shark. This is the shark section.
You can't say that. You can't say that. Bad boy. Not supposed to say that on the stream. Come on, dude.
I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
But yeah, the Bowser Kingdom is split up into a couple different sections. The shard section, there's the boss section, the intro section, which I did earlier, and then the Mecha Brutal section. So yeah. And for the most part, we are pretty much good for, we just need 2 extra moons in order to leave Bowser's Kingdom after we get everything done with. And the game won't let you leave Bowser's Kingdom until you beat Mecha Brutal, so we have to get every story moon, even in 80%. So yeah. We don't have to worry about anything.
But yeah, what if we could just skip story moves? That'd be cool.
That would be really cool if that was ever found, but we don't have to do Mecha Brutal. That would be awesome, but I don't think that's ever going to be found in this game, sadly. Also, I'm going to do a little bit of bragging here. So, back when this game first came out, I was actually one of the few people to run it. And they held a community race for any percent in the first week that this game was out. And I was proud to be the second place in that race. And there was like 200 people racing in that. So
I just want to say quickly as well that not only were you one of the first people to run this, I believe you also had the day 1 world record, if I'm not mistaken.
Day 2.
Day 2.
Day 1 was Monkey King Hero. I had the day 2 world record. I think I had it down to a 5. So yeah. Also, this is Harriet 2. Shoutouts to doing Harriet first. You can do either of these 2 bosses in whichever order, but Topper's the harder one, so I do him later. And I'm sorry, but
then you do Topper first.
And I'm sorry, but I like getting Harriet's balls out of the way first. All right, I'm gonna stop making the new end. I'm gonna stop making. Look, we're talking about nipple percent, okay? We can have some free form here. They literally accepted a incentive called nipple percent. I think we're allowed to be a little.
Because that's what the category is officially named.
That is true. Look, I can't.
Do boxer or shorts percent.
It's not my fault if you guys are. You know, taking things the wrong way when I'm saying things that are actually in the game. I'm literally dodging Harriet's balls, okay? If you take that the wrong way.
Jokes, okay?
Yeah, that's just kind of like on Nintendo.
Yeah,
I think that Nintendo developed it with that in mind, unfortunately.
Remember, it's rated everyone 10 and up, and you get to strip down an Italian man game.
I just want to be a little bit funny.
God. Alright, so that was Topper. That was 2 boss fights. It actually went really well. I messed up on Topper hit, but we still managed to back it up pretty well. I'm on pace for like a 131, which, considering all the stuff that went wrong, I had deaths during this run and like a bunch of bonks. So like,
and you
honestly,
had me, so you automatically lost a minute.
Yeah. So honestly, I will completely take the mess ups I've had and get the time I'm about to get. Alright, so this is the final climb. Again, really cool amount of maneuverability here. Except for when I miss a dive. Let's just get the final fails out of the way, boys.
You got value
again.
Nice.
This is why I gave such a high estimate, everybody. Because I knew stuff like this was going to happen. Mario Odyssey is a very unforgiving speed game when you get a better time. Like, yeah, when you start out, it's not that bad, but once you get,
basically
like...
every speed game.
when you get a very decent time, like I say, when you get a sub 115 in any percent, you're gonna have a really tough time getting good runs. And this shows. I haven't ran this game in 2 months, and this shows how much it takes a toll on you. So, fun fact, you can actually, this was found a few days ago, but you can skip using this Pokio to climb this entire wall. And that's for minimum. Yeah, that's for minimum captures. But it is and it also requires an outbounds brick.
I wonder when 5 captures is going to be a thing.
And it's not. I think 9 caps is the very last roadblock we're gonna have. Alright, so this is Mecha Brutal. Basically what's going to happen is using hat bounces, I'm gonna try to stay on Mecha Brutal every time he tries to knock me off. You can get on top of him the first time without using the burp, but I suck, so I'm not going to do that.
He doesn't have a sub hour any percent, so weird.
And yeah, so that's called birdless mech, but I do the other hits birdless, and it's really cool. So if you've never seen it before, this is a good way to test if you're good at hat bounces or not, if you can stay on Mecha Brutal all the hits.
Can I still say target acquired?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh wait, I'm not doing the target. No.
That's why I was asking you if I could still say it.
You can still say it, but I'm not going for it. Alright, so, and now he's gonna start running around like, he's gonna make his little temper tantrum here.
This is me whenever I get in a fight with one of my siblings.
This is me when I'm not on PD pace, aka right. So, again, keep in mind, I am much better than I'm making myself look at this game today. I have a 127. This is my time, actually, to plug myself, I guess. If you want to see better runs on better days that I'm not sucking,
please don't plug your stream.
I do not stream on Twitch. I would like to point that out. I do stream on YouTube, so if you guys want to go check out my streams and stuff like that, it's youtube.com/Kingj.
And if your name is TBAR, you're watching him on YouTube. Why?
Oh my god!
Yep.
Giving me ad revenue. Let's go.
Yep, just making sure everyone knows that the icon in the bottom is different than the others. We do have a specialized YouTube icon. King J does stream on YouTube, is not on Twitch, and go subscribe to him here. Like, comment, subscribe, actually.
He streams on Twitch whenever he runs them. Except for this one.
Yo, I didn't know that. That looks slick, actually. No one ever does that for my marathons. That threw me off a little bit. Alright, so there we go. That's Bowser's Kingdom. That's the last roadblock of the run. So we're going to be moving on to our final kingdom, which is Moon Kingdom. And Moon Kingdom has, as Monkey King Hero mentioned way back in the day, I will quote him word for word, Moon Skip is the hardest skip that any game has ever had.
Oh, yes.
In his words. And that is not true. So, Moon
It's harder than LBLJ and Pillarless, guys.
Moonskip is known as, sort of, for beginners, it's known as a really hard trick. It's not. But, because recently, well, not recently, like, a month after the game came out, I found Actually, no, it was a week after the game came out. I found a very consistent way to get Moonskip first try every time, using a texture setup, or sorry, not a texture setup, visual cues. And that video is on YouTube, and it's my most viewed video on YouTube with like 5,000 views. So if you ever are learning the game, everybody has used my texture setup, and they still do to this day. So if you ever need to learn how to run this game, at least check out that, because it's like, this skip saves about 5 minutes. It's the biggest skip in this game for every category. And yeah, it saves a lot of time because you cave.
Okay.
Just okay. And you'll see it soon. I'll tell you when it's happening. Well, it's gonna be like 20 seconds delayed for you guys, but you know, when it's happening for me.
And me, I guess.
Also, Moon Kingdom has some really weird physics where it's anti-gravity. Spin pounding is not faster here.
It's just letting you know, but the Discord capture is synced to your commentary.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, alright, so, yeah, anyhow, we're gonna go ahead and do Moonskip and then fight Bowser, and that's basically the rest of the run.
What if we don't fight Bowser?
Oh, well, dang. What am I doing then in that case?
Why can't we just turn off?
What if me and Bowser get married?
Yeah.
So this is the texture setup, and first try every time, easy. Moonskip is not hard, but everybody says that it is. And that's quote-unquote the hardest trick in the game. For the first week, yeah, it was really hard. We'd be lucky to get it like 10th try, but now with that new setup where basically there's an L indented into the wall, and you can just go on the very like right side of the L in a specific spot. You'll always get it if you hold directly left on your analog stick. Alright, so now we just got Bowser. Bowser, I have gone through a lot of red splits to get to you. I've gone through really one gold split and like literally 12 red splits. So let's just end this. So this is the final boss fight. He's basically just like the Cloud version that we've seen before.
Everyone says this final boss fight is so good, I just think it's anticlimactic.
It very much is, but the section afterward is pretty cool. I will agree with that. So the thing about Odyssey is that we all knew what was going to happen after the boss fight. We all knew that we were going to capture Bowser and get to play as him. Oh,
except totally not.
Well, I mean, we all had a general idea. Once they showed that off, it's like, you can capture your enemies. It's like, okay, so when are we going to get to capture Bowser then?
Me. I don't know.
Also, I made a mistake. I forgot that it always happens at least one time when I come back after a while to DRS this game that I forget that you have to jump twice on the second hit. So gotta get that. You gotta make it climatic, dude. I'm at 1 health. I'm doing it for the viewers.
Don't die, please.
Nah, don't worry. This boss is very hard to die to. Especially when it gives me a freaking heart at the very end. This game is very lenient with its health. Like, it'll give you health when you're low on health, so. Alright, so we're not done yet. Even though we beat the boss fight, we're not done. So don't get ready on the timer.
Please don't. We don't want to be too far underestimated.
Well, you know, I would like to get a 128, but whatever, it's fine. I would have enjoyed to get that. It's okay. We're not gonna get some 130, but we are going to get we'll get like a 131 or something like that. So, but yeah, so this is the Bowser section. We get to play as Bowser with Peach riding on our shell. And
riding around
asked, no, I'm not going for 2D skip, and no, I'm not going for XD skip, because those there's basically 2 skips in this 2D section, where you can jump on top of blocks and stuff like that. It's 2 seconds, and if you fail it, you lose 40 seconds. So
number 15, 2D skip.
Okay, you can't even do that voice. Only I can do that voice. 15.
Number 15.
Also, nobody knew this for like the first 2 months of this game being ran, but 2D Bowser can run if you hold the Y button.
My boy Lil Curbs, shout out to him.
Yeah, big shouts to Lil Curbs.
He's a good guy.
And also, this is a pretty, like, again, with motion controls being the future, you can shake the controller to shoot off fireballs, and that just saves it so we don't have to, you know, claw all of the walls. Alright, so time is going to be when we shoot out of the wire at the very end. And can I get some people spamming anime in chat, because this song is literally anime.
That totally won't get annoying after a little.
Totally, not after, you know, because this is a minute-long section.
Anime.
Oh yeah, and I like to, you know, sing along to this song. Yes, those are the words. Thank you. Word for word. Alright, there
I actually do know the words.
Last pillar, so get ready on time. It's gonna be in like, it's gonna be like 30 seconds-ish. My control's going ham. Yeah, this will be like around a 131. Which is better than some people's any percent time, so you know what, I'll take it. Alright, get ready on time, and 3, 2, 1, time. That's a 131.04 on my side.
Let's go!
That wasn't horrible, to be fair.
Underestimate was.
Even with 3 deaths, 4 deaths, dude, I'll take it. Oh, I wanted to play the ending. Oh, whatever. You know, we don't have time for the ending. You know why? It's time, everyone, to let our nipples out. Let's do it. So that was Super Mario Odyssey All-Star. Thank you, by the way, NoGA, for having me. I very much appreciate it. Even though I didn't do the best run, hey, I had a fun.
No problem. No problem. It was awesome.
Yeah, good
So,
Joey.
just a quick question. Would you like this run as a separate highlight? Because if so, we would need to move to intermission for a very quick for a minute or so.
No, it can be part of the same highlight. It's all good.
Okay, good. In that case, we will stay on this game scene.
We could just
And,
set the timer.
In true IAI fashion, I made the game a little bit louder for the epic final song, so...
Oh, perfect.
Gotta have that. Alright, I will quickly update the... What was your estimate for nipple percent?
Let's just say 12 minutes. It shouldn't go that high, but in case I fail the backflip a couple times in Cascade.
12 minutes. So what are... Yeah. By the way, your time on stream was a 1:31:04, just to let you know, so... I don't know if that's accurate...
That's
perfect.
What mine said.
Perfect. So 12 minutes? Cool. And I just want to say, this is happening because of your gracious donations. This nipple percent run was met because this was an incentive, and you guys donated to this. So while we still have a moment for that, I just want to say this is for charity. We are raising money for Go Rescue, which is a no-kill dog shelter in Norfolk, VA. So if you want to save the doggos in real life, then you can type *donate in the chat. Or you can use the short link that's periodically displayed on stream in the bottom left. So either of the two work. I'll actually just I'll type it for you in the chat. So it's very easy for everyone. And just slow Alexis save us. Just the $5 I don't know you spend like on a Starbucks or something a day. That can help so much. That can be the difference between a dog in that in Go Rescue finding a new home. That can be a big difference. And I mean, Slow would know it himself. He just got a new dog recently himself, and Kingj is free.
2 dogs, so
yeah. Didn't you say free? I thought it's free.
Well, TBA has one, so
oh, that's why you said free.
I got a dog
right.
back in September.
Right. In that case,
so yeah,
I am ready.
Take it away.
Yep. 1 second. Let me just update the info here. Yeah. There we go.
While he's updating that, I just
info's updated on my own.
Well,
you can say what.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
You can say what you want to say.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I thought I was cutting you off.
So good.
I just wanted to say, if you guys want to run Odyssey, we do have a Discord. And if you want personal help, I am free to tutor anybody in this game. I love running this game. I just don't do it very often anymore, which resulted in me being a little rusty today. But what I wanted most was to be underestimate, which I did, and also to make a fun run to watch, which I hope I did. So, if you guys liked this run, you can run Odyssey any percent, Odyssey dark side, darker side, depending on how long you want the run to be, what we want to do. We have a lot of different categories, a lot of people who help out newcomers. So, yeah, that's all I have to say to that. Enjoy me opening my nipples to all of you. Are you ready?
I'm ready in time.
All right. So on go, 3, 2, 1, nipple.
Kabam.
So what nipple percent is? Nipple percent is the most ran category extension. I said the most ran category extension was all story moons. I lied because that's the most ran category extension where you beat the game. This one only has you going to unlock the boxers, which shows Mario's glorious nipples. So we are going to strip down this man. We need 1,000 coins. And thankfully, since I'm playing on 1.3, there are actually hint cards that give us 200 coins each. So we'll be grabbing a bunch of those and then grabbing coins along the way as well.
Yo, imagine trying to advertise this run. 1 man, 2 nipples.
1 man, 2 nipples, 8 minutes. Here we go. I grinded this game for like literally, this category. I grinded it for maybe, I think like a week and got a pretty decent time. This is one of the easiest runs to get into if you want to run a very short category.
The furthest we get in this category is Sand Kingdom.
Yeah, so we're only going to be going to Sand Kingdom. That's why it's such a run. And you see me going out of my way there in Cap just to grab those coins there. Oh, I think I just died. Oh, I'm good. Okay. I almost died through the platform, which is not good.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
that's
so
slow.
I fell in the pit. So yeah, the coin route is actually very, very tight. I'm gonna have to work between. I think I can only miss like 5 in this route that I'm taking. So yeah, and you'll see the same thing that I was doing in the original run, doing more frog vectoring and stuff like that. So yeah, just making sure that I grab all the coins this time though on the way up to Topper.
I know nothing about nipple percent, so I'm just kind of just here, I guess.
You're just here for the nips.
I exist.
The nips. We're all here for the nips.
Bits for nips.
Alright. So yeah, if you really want to run nipple percent, and that's the category you want to learn, hey, we have people teaching that as well. So there are 2 categories, or 2 subcategories for nipple percent, one for hint arts and one for without hint arts. I'm doing the one with hint arts because it's faster. Alright,
Hint art gives you a few coins, basically.
Yeah, and in order to do this run, I do have to do a really tough jump in Cascade, and I'm hoping I get it first try. I got it a few practice. The only thing I practiced was nipple percent for this run.
You practiced the meme and not the actual speed run.
Yeah, basically. Alright, so I'm hoping I get underestimate for this. 12 minutes is very, very generous. I should get sub 10.
This is so sad. Can we get 5 likes?
Oh god. Anyhow, we're gonna go ahead and do this run. Wait, did somebody join my YouTube chat? Is that what happened?
Probably just me.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just me.
Oh, I thought you said somebody was in my YouTube chat. I was like, what? How?
No.
It's unlisted. It shouldn't be. Alright.
I mean, well, there's hackers or whatever.
So we do need to get moons. We only need to get moons in Cascade, though. So for the most part, we don't need any. Alright, so this is where the route deviates. We're gonna have to go get our first of 3 hint arts that we're gonna grab. Ooh, nice bonk. Love it. Love it! Love the bonks. That's exactly where I bonked in the other route, too. I gotta make it an exact replica. Alright, so this jump over here to get across this chasm that you're gonna see, it's a little bit precise. You just have to do a wall jump. There we go. Alright, and yeah, so the hint art is over here, rock. Oh, did I miss it? Nope. There we go. So that's a Luigi hint art. He'll give us 200 coins, and that's very nice. Alright, so now I have to do this stupid jump off this little ribcage thing. Oh, first try, let's go.
Let's go, DSS.
That's not DSS.
I know it's not.
Alright, so that gets us up here. That's a different variation.
No, it's buffering.
That's a different variation of getting up to Brutal without having to climb the intended way. So yeah. Or Madam Brutal, sorry. Alright.
I wonder how many S's they're going to add to DSS whenever they find a new Dino Skip.
Dino skip.
Imagine they call it like Dino Skip or something like that. DSS.
That was really weird. Okay, that was the weirdest chain chomp hit I think I've ever gotten, but that's fine. Still defeated it. So we're definitely on sub 10 pace because I got that jump first try. That ribcage jump is really precise. Like, you need to dive at a very weird angle in order to make it on top of there. And like TPA mentioned, there's this thing called DSS, which has recently been found, where it's called Dino Skip, and it requires me doing that and having get up on top of a wall that doesn't seem like it's possible to dive into, but it can. It's really weird to explain, and I'm not even gonna try.
Here's Dino Skip. So basically what you do is you jump off the wall, then you reset.
Yep, pretty much. Alright, so just like any percent, we are gonna need... And then we're gonna go get the hot nip slip.
Please, no.
So, I'm allowed to make these... So
I mean, yeah, that's what the category is called, so...
I mean, well, I guess you could call it nip slip percent.
Can we change the category name? Alright, so here we go. I like it. I just love looking over the overlay that literally says no percent. It makes me laugh. Alright, so
here at
that
NGA,
was,
we love nipples.
So that was Cascade. Now we have to go to sand and get the rest of the coins. We're about 600 coins short, so let's go get the rest of them and then reveal Mario's hot bod. It's like the weirdest way to do a version of The Biggest Loser, but we're doing it, so.
Yes.
So yeah, if you ever have, like, is it going to work in the morning and you have, like, 10 minutes, you're like, oh, I want to do a speedrun, but I don't know what to do. Flash them nipples, baby. Let's do it.
Your mobs are just like, you have 10 minutes left to play. Let me just do it.
By far my cringiest speedrun I think I've ever done.
Well, it's not my cringiest, that's for sure. I'm not running the game.
Yeah, you're still part of it. This is attached to you.
Yes, it is. It will be attached to my permanent record. Whenever they ask for a job interview, they're like, "Are you the guy who commentated like this one NGA run?"
So anyhow, we have to go grab a bunch of coins. Like I said, we do have to grab. Oh god, whoops! I'm trying to do an up throw there. There we go. Is it right here? No, it's right in the corner. There we go. Yes, that one's right. That one is kind of annoying. All of these ground pounds for these hint arts need to be pretty precise. Specifically this one that I'm going for, the last one here, it needs to be extremely precise. Nope.
Extremely precise.
Is it right here? No, where is it? There it is. That one's really hard to find your first time. That took me like 6 ground pounds to get to it. Alright, so now we're gonna do a triple jump around the tower that we climbed up in All Story Moons. And we're trying to get to the Sphinx room because that has like 2 coins in it or something like that, so. Yeah, we're
if you were on 1.0, it would be faster too. You could do Sphinx.
Yeah. So we're just gonna do a triple jump around the building here. There we go. And this guy, you're just gonna go ahead and talk to him. And the answer's always on the top, so just spam the A button. And wow, I can read Japanese, imagine that.
I live in China, and I can read Japanese.
Okay. That's how it works.
Yes, it is.
Alright, and we have 1,005 coins, so get ready on time. It's when you buy the Nipple costume. This will be a sub 10. Very nice.
Sub 10, boys.
And the shop's just right here, so back to it. And we just gotta buy the boxers, so get ready on time. Oh, whoops. And time. It's 9:14.
9:14, nice.
And let's go ahead and show the glorious body you all have paid money for. There it is. The nips. And I can actually do this too.
Oh,
GG. Let me get out of the
GG.
shop. I can zoom in on them if you want.
Okay, let's be. There you go. You got it.
Oh wait, Mario's holding them. Mario.
What?
Whoa, whoops. That's how I want. Whoa. All right, hold up. Mario's holding them. I want to see the nips. There we go.
There you go.
There we go. Oh, the foot.
The foot. The 6-toed foot.
What am I doing with my life? Whoa. There it is. The nips. He's looking at you like he knows. Well, that's nipple percent, and that's Mario.
Thank you for running. Thank you for running. That was awesome. So in case you have any, I know you already like shut up, people. In case there's anything you want to say before we transition to the mission, as usual, the runners have the final words.
Final words. Sub to me on YouTube. Other than that, though, no. Try running this game if you own it. It's a very easy game to get into. Just get a run going for any percent or a nipple percent if you really want to see the glory for yourself. But yeah, I'm able to help you guys with anything. I didn't practice for this. I'm glad it went as well as it did. Thank you, TBA, for commentating and joining me.
You're welcome, bro.
Thanks, George, for being our ghost.
No problem.
Alright, and yeah, I guess I don't know what's next, but
coming up next is Super Mario Bros. Crossover, a flash game run by Wolfmaster Earth. So we're gonna have a quick flash game here. So
yeah, that's Link for you guys. You get to see Schlong playing Mario. So yeah, enjoy that, guys. Peace out.
All right, see ya.
3,
4.
Alright everyone, there's an awesome Super Mario Odyssey run by King J, and thank you again TBA, I kept saying that instead of TBA, for commentating. That was awesome. Coming up we have Super Mario Bros. Crossover by Wolfmaster Earth, with a very fitting name for the charity, because this is what we're here to raise money for Go Rescue. So if you want to help save the doggos in real life, then you can use the link that's displayed on stream, or you can type !donate in the chat, and you can help save the doggos, and we still have lots and lots of incentives, so don't you worry, we still got like, let me check, we still got like a good, definitely more than a day to go for the marathon, so we appreciate any and all donations for Go Rescue, and as usual, we are not a middleman, that money goes straight to them, and we just receive a notification by Teltify that it has passed through, and as well, all donations will be read on stream, so even if it's just a few bucks, it helps a lot. So I gotta get this run set up. See you for the next one.